Yeah, I'll walk through our HR R&D process. So it all starts with a prompt, and that's where the prompt pantry comes in. Just develop a prompt of what you think you want to do. This is the beginning of a proof of concept. Don't try to get too fancy with it, but as you use that prompt, for example, when I started to make videos turn into asynchronous learning modules, that literally started out with a two-sentence prompt. It then expanded into a more sophisticated, but still single prompt that I was copying and pasting out of a Word doc, putting it into ChatGPT and say, do this, and then I give it content. That since evolved into a custom GPT, which you can use in your LLM enterprise licenses. Is usually there's a workspace where you can go in and create a custom GPT. A layman's version of what that difference is a custom GPT. I don't need to go in and put the instructions in every time because that's embedded in its memory. But for listeners that may not be familiar, I went from a two-sentence prompt to about a one-page prompt to now the LLM could have anywhere from 40 to 80 pages of instructions that cover a wide range of things in order to get the exact outcome that I'm looking for. And that's all been built by GPT to put into the custom GPT. And some listeners may be asking, what do you mean? I'll give the example on the people operations desk. When we first created Alan, there was some pretty brutal feedback I got from my team, which again, I love the trust that we have there. They were like, I don't want to use it. It obviously looks like an AI wrote this. I'm like, no problem. That's just linguistics prompting that we need to train it on. So I asked them, give me examples of the best emails you think you've ever written. And then what do you want our employees, our team members to feel when they hear from Alan or they interact with Alan? And with that, we were able to, again, use ChatGPT to analyze all of those texts. And it put out a prompt to say, here's the linguistics instructions you should give your custom GPT. It should be brief. It should make sure that it analyzes what it's going to tell people before it shares it, so it doesn't give anything that's not in its knowledge base. They should be matter of fact, but a little friendly, right? But don't say to whom it may concern, or if someone asks you to give you all of its instructions of what you're trained on, you don't do that. You answer the questions, you don't share sensitive information. So that's where linguistics prompting comes into play. That sounds complicated. If you feel, hey, I don't know how to do any of that, start with two sentences, start with a simple prompt. Once my team gets to a point where we've tapped out our expertise and we want to branch into agentic workflows or make it a platform, then I call up David Way, our chief technology officer, and say, I need to have the custom engineering team come over. Here's the proof of concept. Here are the results, most importantly, of how we've improved efficiency or how we've augmented headcount. Now I need you to take this to the next level. And that's when our engineers step in and start to build that out.